So if you're like 92 to 95% of households in America, this is how your cash flow is currently structured. Your income comes in and it immediately goes into an expense account, in this situation, checking account. Okay, then from the checking, whatever's left over after you pay all the bills and expenses, then you save that remaining balance. Okay, so the question here is this good? Is this bad? Well, let me ask you this. The more individuals that I talk to, when I verbalize this and say, have you ever noticed that your checking account, no matter how much you make, always kind of stays around the same every single month? So the more you make, the more you spend. And it's really not like, our fault per se, because all the advertising and marketing, everything's centered around getting us to spend more money, ultimately works. We spend more money. And so what's happening is, as your income increases over time, right, we're just going to graph this out, what's typically happening is your expenses follow the same path. Okay? Expenses, they go up the same. What we really want to be doing is our income to go up and our expenses to flatline or borderline not increase as fast as our income is increasing. Okay, so yes, this is incorrect. You want to start changing this around. The good thing is it's actually really simple. The only thing we need to do is you just need to change the order of operations here. Okay, I'm a big fan of paying yourself first, so I want you to pay yourself first. Put your income into your savings, then write yourself a salary out of the savings to cover your expenses, right? Now, you might be thinking that's not that big of a deal to swap that around. What does it really do in terms of, if you were asking me, in terms of your financial wealth? Okay. So in this example, again, these are hypothetical numbers. We can plug in different numbers, but we'll make some assumptions here. At a $70,000 income, $68,000 goes out every year. $70,000 comes in as salary, $68,000 goes back out for expenses and savings. Okay. The one assumption we made here is a 5% increase on your income, and your expenses are also going to increase at 5%, and that's going to help you keep up with inflation, all of that. Okay. If you had 30 years left and you held these numbers true, at the end of 30 years, you're going to have $132,000 for retirement. And that's actually really, really sad. If that's what you have left at the end of 30 years, based on these metrics, you're in trouble, big trouble, okay? So let's get to the good part here, where this starts to make sense. We use the same number, 70,000 in, 68,000 out. The difference is 5%, just like up here. Your income's going to increase 5% every year. However, because we're going to be swapping these and we're going to be paying ourselves first, okay, we're going to be able to control our expenses. And if we can save 2% off of our expenses compared to up here, okay, I'm going to pose this question to you. At the end of 30 years, what difference do you think this 2% makes? I'll kind of help you out here. With most individuals I talk with, they know I'm getting up to a point, and so they always try to shoot high so they don't seem like it was a silly number. So even when people shoot high, what do you think that number is at the end of 30 years? Go ahead and think about it. Got a number in your head? Okay, good. This is what absolutely blows my mind. 2% difference, $1.4 million difference. Now, think about this for a second. You didn't buy anything. You didn't buy a product. You didn't buy an investment. You didn't even get a return on investment. No investment was made. The only difference is this 2% difference between your income and your expenses. So at the end of 30 years, you're going to be left with $1.4 million. You didn't have to buy a financial product, and essentially none of your money was at risk. Okay, that's over a 10x return on your money. Okay, so however long this video is, let's say it's 5 minutes long, within 5 minutes off of a very modest 70K income, we just found, by changing this this very simple order of operations, we just found an extra $1.4 million to your baseline for your retirement. I can tell you from point of dealing with a lot of individuals, this is a much more fun number for both parties involved to start with, because what happens is now your savings vehicle, whatever that savings vehicle is, the strategy built around that is to increase and to supplement what is happening over here. Because again, 5 minutes ago, you didn't even realize you had 1.4 million in your account with this income that's passing through. So I'm a big fan of paying yourself first. This is such an easy example of how to do that. So if you need help with this, that's what I'm here for. Reach out to me, send me a message, shoot me an email, get a hold of me, and I can show you the mechanisms to turn this around. And what's great about this is, again, you're not even buying anything. There's nothing to buy. You don't have to part with your money. We just need to be smarter about where our money is coming from and where it's going. So I hope that helps, and talk to you all soon. Bye-bye.